What is good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and we have some exciting news today. The first new game mode in the game for quite some time. We have this new mode called MapRunner. I literally know not a thing about this. I've been seeing that people have been posting in the last day about it, but I literally know nothing. So we're going to find out what it's like today. Called MapRunner. Pick a path and reach the finish line before your energy runs out. This is the beta version of it. And so we got 3 minutes to play famous places. Then we get 3,000 energy to go to world or famous places, and that's the end. Interesting here. So there's my avatar. That's what we're looking like. That's the Zigzag avatar. And we're going to see how this works. Okay, so famous places. Let's see if I embarrass myself here by not knowing. This is surely something in Italy or something. I mean, it looks like it. Let's take a look at the people and everything here. So they could certainly be Italian. That looks like a Fiat or something for it. But let's actually take a look at the famous thing here. I mean, do we actually have the name? Year of the Lord something. Interesting. So like the I think Pontifex Maximus, that's like the is that the Pope or like one of the high bishops? I don't really know though. I don't think it says the city here. It may, but I don't see it. No, I don't think so. So then let's take a look over here. Yeah, just some traveling stuff. Something like welcome to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Saudi Arabia travel poster here. But yeah, we should be somewhere in Italy here. I think it should be Rome, but I'm not really sure. Let's just go for Rome here. I don't actually know how correct we have to be. That was indeed Rome. So we get -3 energy there, so we can't drop too many points here. And so that one was here in front of the Fortuna di Trevi. Interesting, Fortuna di Trevi. Okay, so that was just one round there. Okay, so we get energy here. Okay, so we go back to full health there. So basically that was unfailable. But okay, let's see what happens on the next one here. We'll go world and see what happens. Okay, so this is going to be somewhere in Hong Kong. That looks like the classic Hong Kong taxi, although I could be wrong here. Or is it Japan? We're driving left, so that works. It kind of feels like it is low cam. Okay, this is the is this like the famous crossing in Japan, in Tokyo, right? So, I mean, it said it was going to be world map, but this looks like just another really famous place. I mean, this is Japanese text over here, so yeah, it is. I don't know exactly where in Tokyo that is, but surely downtown, like, I don't know, one of these things here. I actually don't know where that famous junction is, to be honest. I assume it's somewhere around the park, though. So why don't we say it's here? Although it can't be there. Like probably near the train station, like this, I would imagine. So why don't we say it's this one here? And it's actually it's out in Shibuya. That makes sense actually. But is that the famous crossing? Maybe not. Obviously just 6.3 kilometers away. So even if it wasn't the right spot that I was thinking of, that's fine. So here's the final step here. Congratulations, one completed run. Okay, so let's go next run. Okay, so it's like a different levels thing. Do we maintain our health? Okay, we start off with new health here. This one's a lot longer, so that was kind of the tutorial one. I kind of like the concept of this. Obviously, it's probably going to be a little easy for me. We'll see what happens here. This is Uganda, so I guess I'll trust the flag here and go in Kampala. It looks like Kampala anyway, and it was very nice. Okay, we can speed through this. Direction marker, which way do we want to go here? I think I want to go this way because then we can play world map, which is probably more fun. Okay, so I got a direction marker, now I can play world. Okay, so let's see what we got on world now. We got the Selangor flag here. So I guess somewhere near Kuala Lumpur. It says Kuala Lumpur City Gallery here. So interesting that they fly the Selangor flag inside Kuala Lumpur, but obviously this is going to be fine for us, so let's just go for our guess here. And it was indeed in the center of Kuala Lumpur there. Can't really be bothered getting the perfect score, but yeah, we're going to get our energy here. We have to collect it, even though we were basically flawless anyway. And now we're onto the map called Clues. Interesting. So, this crossing sign could be a few different countries. I think it kind of feels like Croatia or something, but let's check this sign. That is a bit of like combination of like Greek and English here. Interesting. So somewhere quite touristy, presumably. We've only got 40 seconds here, so let's see if we can like gather some information. We don't really have to get that close as far as I can tell. We're in Zakynthos, so is it kind of an island vibe? I think it really could be here, so let's check this kind of stuff out here. Zakynthos, I don't see at this stage, so I may just click here, but it would be nice to find, of course. Don't think I'm gonna find it here, so let's go on Mykonos just in case it is there, and guess here. And, okay, there's Zakynthos. Actually a big spot. So we take our first big hit of energy there. I knew it was an island somewhere, but we're back up to full health here anyway. And now we're going to do famous places to finish it off here. It should be the Grand Canyon. I don't really see it not being there, especially given that, like, we have some, like, American-looking people here, or at least, like, Caucasian, and it's so dry. so basically only really America or Australia work, and this is not Australia, so let's click there. And yeah, it was actually over the border in the Utah side of the Grand Canyon, in Zion National Park. I don't know, that actually probably doesn't count as Grand Canyon. This is it here. So, you know, just 100 kilometers away though. So that's good. And we move to the final round here. Oh, no, that's it. Okay, so 2 completed runs now. Obviously pretty good so far. And with our final thing here is fire stations, which is kind of funny. But this one, I guess, what's more fun, capitals or clues? I feel like clues actually gave us kind of a difficult round last time. So let's see what we get this time. And so, oh, we have both compasses. That's a nice addition here. Both compasses. We got the top one and the bottom one. I like that. And so we have Slovenian number plates here. KP is for Koper. MB is for Maribor. Do we have any more? What does this one say? MB, I think, as well. So we could be near Maribor here. Let's see if we see anything else that would confirm that. That almost looks like it says the end of Bor there, so I could say we're probably near Maribor, which is a city I've been to, by the way, which is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, we're in Maribor. There's the confirmation. The person from Koper's here, so they came a long way. That's as far as you can go in Slovenia, which is kind of funny. Let's just go there. And yeah, we're just on the river there. So I remember crossing this bridge, I guess, and looking down there, so that's kind of cool. But let's head through to the next round here. We got distance marker or distance marker 2. Maybe it's going to give us 2 rounds. I don't know what that means. Place this on the guess map to show the distance from the correct location. Okay, well I think because it's a capital, there's no point in using this, but let's give it a go. Okay, so we're going to use this to guess somewhere in, well, it should just be somewhere in Phnom Penh here. So let's see if we can get the 5K based on that. So we should be like fairly central here. We're going east to west directly. So I'm going to say we were like right there. Let's see. Okay, that was 3 kilometers away. So actually we're probably on this street instead. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. That was a 4,991. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we get to pick a distance marker or 1,000 energy. I think obviously because we're at near full health here, we always pick the distance marker. I do like this little you know, power up thing. I kind of quite enjoy it, but obviously it's not really that useful for us just yet until we get to some harder rounds. But okay, I think we go for cities here. That seems to be more of an interesting one than European capitals. It looks like we are going to be in Europe though. It always feels like Serbia, but we're in Generation 4, so I think it might be Croatia for that reason. We have the blue car here. Yeah, it kind of looks like Croatia as well. I definitely don't mind that at all. Kind of somewhere near the Serbian border. It also says Ulica on this street sign here, so feeling very good indeed about this. Let's go into the map here. If it gave me such a Serbian vibe, then, and we're in a city, let's go in this city here. And it was actually just on the outskirts of Zagreb there, so we actually lose a bit there. Should have used one of our distance markers, guys. Damn. What a noob. But okay, let's head through to the next one here. Circle marker. Oh yes, it's going to be like a bullseye kind of thing, I imagine. And so fire stations is the only... Okay, so if we chose energy, we could have gone to world, but we have to go to fire stations here, which is kind of hilarious. I like it. So this is the first interesting round I think we've had. If I had to go nmpz, in fact, we will go nmpz because I'm on high, you know, health here. I would say this is Okinawa. It just gives me Okinawa vibes. So I think I want to give it a go. Let's just slam it in here and see. It's just Tokyo. Okay, so that's obviously a lot of lost energy here. I think that's actually going to be more fun to play nmpz for the rest. And so I guess we'll pick our distance marker here. There's literally no difference between these two, which is interesting. I guess, like, yeah, okay, we'll pick that one to be original. And the last one here is fire stations. So we can't lose. We can lose more health, though. And so what do we have here? That's an interesting flag. I mean, like, vibe-wise, whoops, didn't mean to zoom. This kind of feels like the Netherlands or Belgium or something like that. Probably the Netherlands, if I had to say. But we don't see any plates, which is rather annoying. Do we see the steering wheel? Steering wheel seems like it might be on the left there, though it's hard to say. And language is not legible. So I'm going to go in here and use one of our circles here. Oh, that's interesting. So we're going to have to use our circle here to see if it is Netherlands or Belgium. And it wasn't. So it should be the UK then, I imagine. Unless it was like Denmark or something like that. I mean, what's that flag? Still not quite sure. And we probably like lose these power-ups later on, so I guess we'll try something here for the British Isles. It wasn't there either, so we're actually on track for a bad score here. I guess it has to be like Denmark or Sweden here, but I actually don't quite know. Like the yellow line on the outside would have made me think of that. It's just a French flag, I guess, is it? I mean, it looks like it has something on it, but okay, well, yeah, we'll see that third one then. Why not? Is it there? Okay, it was there. So I guess we'll just go like here then. That should be fine. Yeah, it was just in Nantes. Okay, that was kind of a difficult France, I can't lie. The yellow line on the outside there, obviously, like you see that all around the place for no parking, but it's just something you don't really expect to see that often. So there we go. We've got our mask on there. This next one will take us to town squares or world. Obviously, plenty of pretty easy locations here, but actually, this one's more difficult. We start off with capitals, but then it gets a little bit more spicy. So, do we retain our items? We don't. That's good to know. I like the fact that it shows the map up here, especially just for this mode. That's pretty cool. Okay, nmpz, I would have got that it's Austria anyway, and it is capitals, so we have to be in Vienna here. Not to mention, guys, a little tip here for you guys. If you didn't know this, Austrian flag on the signposts for Austria is only in Vienna there, so that's pretty good. And I think we'll take, well, I think we'll take the more energy. Why not? Seems like a good deal. Let's go to signs here. And so this one should be somewhere in Luxembourg, I think. Yeah, these look like Luxembourgish signs. If we're going to play nmpz, look very, very 5K-able, but you know that's not how I roll, so let's just go for that. And yeah, well, it's just like on the outskirts of Luxembourg City there. We take out energy again in case we got it wrong. And now we move forward to Europe, World, or Clues. I feel like Europe could actually be more challenging than anything here, so I'll try for that. And here we are. So Adam Og Eva, interesting. And it feels like it could be like Sweden or Norway to me. I'm just trying to see this like this kind of like a signpost here. It's kind of a bit Norwegian feeling, but then again, it doesn't feel like a typical Norwegian city. So, oh, it says Bergen there. Okay, well, I don't know if I would have gone Bergen, but I think that does make a lot of sense. So we should be like downtown here. Like, we could probably find the actual spot here relatively easily. But I'm gonna say if we're in a business district, let's go like right there. And yeah, we were. Oh man, did I click that? I was gonna click that. But that's okay. 61 meters away. We're gonna get our distance marker here. I actually quite like using the power-ups. That's good fun. But if you needed energy, you could have always done that. And now let's head through to signs here. So nmpz, can we do it? It would be fun if we got knocked out, but that's part of the fun. We're kind of playing it as if we were someone who might struggle a bit more. So this should be London. The map's name is Signs, so UK Smile is obviously a little bit ironic, actually. We know how British Smile looks, don't we, guys? I think I would go for London here. It looks like we have like one of those kind of London telephone booths. I think they're mostly in London anyway. So I'll just go there. And yeah, we were right there indeed, actually. Our London region guess there. How good. Okay, so obviously not too much there. Direction marker. Ooh, that's a new power-up. I like that. I like how every new section is introducing some kind of new power-up. I really like that. But okay, European capitals here with 30 seconds to go. Are we underneath the Eiffel Tower? I don't think so. I think this is actually Luxembourg City. Although it could be Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland I think is better here. This kind of like metal border around the signpost, very Swiss. And then it looks like we might be in Locam as well. So, oh my gosh, guys, it is Bern, right? I think Bern is the capital. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Well, it looks like it is. And we have a bridge here, so let's just go right there. And yeah, it was the other bridge, but that's fine. Okay, very good. I thought we were underneath the Eiffel Tower at first, but no. Okay, so we're on the last round here, and we have direction markers. So we have 3 minutes here. Let's give these a little bit of a test here. So I think what I want to do here is triangulate a bit once I've worked out the city. So I thought it's is that a black plate? I thought this is Mexico at first. It still feels good for Mexico. I'm just trying to work out whether it could be like Buenos Aires as well, because sometimes BA can look a little bit like Mexico. But ooh, that sign almost does feel a bit like Argentinian. But I'll try Mexico first, just for fun. So let's see what direction we're in here. So that is the direction here. That would relatively point to Buenos Aires. It depends how accurate it is, because it would like be pointing a bit further that direction otherwise. So let's click here and see with a second directional marker. Okay, it's still that way. Good. In which case, could it be Brazil? Didn't really look like a long enough plate, so I do want to say this is BA. But what we're going to do is guess slightly north of the city. That way, if it's south, we know it's there. So let's use our next directional marker there, and it was actually up. So has to be Brazil actually, which is interesting. I didn't recognize that as being. I thought that was just going to be something in Spanish, not Brazil, in Portuguese. But I guess it has to be Brazil here. So in which case, I would say like Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. Let's go this side of Sao Paulo and see. And it's probably Sao Paulo, then this should just be downtown. And yeah, it was. Okay, Well, that was actually quite a difficult nmpz round. Maybe if I thought about it a long time, I could have gotten it, but to be honest, I was pretty happy with Mexico there, which is funny. But it was a good opportunity to use those. We actually needed them, and there we go. So nmpz, we made it through pretty much full health there. We're on 4 runs now. I don't know, I guess I'll just keep playing until something a bit more challenging shows up here. This one ends in libraries, so I can imagine that's quite difficult. So let's see if we can do it nmpz here. We'll start off with world, just for fun, in case it gets difficult. This should be like Norway, I think. Yeah, Norway feels good. I'm just trying to think of what else is possible here. No, it is Norway, I believe. And in which case, I would say like somewhere near Oslo is fine. And it was just outskirts of Oslo, so that's good. I forgot we're playing world map, so it's probably going to be near like the capital or something. Circle marker, I think, oh, jump. We haven't done jump yet. I'm not really sure what that's going to mean. Grants you the ability to jump over one map. Use it wisely. Well, yeah, we're not going to jump over anything here, are we? That's no fun. European capital's 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You guys know what I do. And this should be a yellow plate. It's not as easy as I thought. It is the UK. But could it ever be Scotland? Could it ever be Edinburgh? I don't think so. It is Edinburgh that's the capital, right? Yeah, Edinburgh's bigger than Glasgow, I think. Anyway, I think this is London. I mean, if it's not, then, well, I guess it can't be Ireland. We've got a yellow plate there, so it should just be London, right? Okay, it was Dublin. That was not a yellow plate. Interesting. So that's big energy loss there. You know, we go for second wind here. What's that going to mean? If you lose all energy, you continue playing with 1 energy. Okay, so it gives us an extra round of survival, potentially. Well, it's definitely better than the plus 2,000, right? Because, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure that metas and tactics of this will come through later on. But let's go for Europe next here. nmpz. Oh, it's interesting. It doesn't even feel that European, to be honest. Maybe like Bulgaria could work here. It looks like that's the back of the Google car, so it looks like we have no antenna, in which case maybe North Macedonia could work here. It's kind of a confusing round, I can't lie. It could even be Serbia as well. One of the two, I feel like, is probably most likely here. Could it ever be in Turkey, just on the border? I don't think so, but it's not out of the question, I suppose. Oh, we actually do have like a Turkish curb here, like yellow and, maybe it's behind my webcam or just below it, but yeah, yellow and white curb is very Turkish, so I feel like that's actually where we go here, which is kind of crazy. Considering it was Europe map, wasn't it? I mean, let's check it. Yeah, it was Europe, so I guess we have to guess Istanbul here. This is very cheeky, if we are indeed correct, but I want to try it here. And yeah, it was Istanbul. Wow. Would not have gone there were it not for the curb in the corner of the screen, which you do most commonly see in Turkey. It can be seen elsewhere, of course, but yeah. Okay, circle marker or circle marker, guys? What do we choose here? I feel like this way is more fun. And let's go through to flags here, which should be easy. nmpz. We do have a flag here that is the Filipino flag. So I'll go in Manila here. And it is Manila, just right by the beach. Direction marker 2. I like that. I like that. Let's go to North America. This could actually be make or break. And we have here a one-way street, no front plates. So maybe southern here, southern US. I thought of like Atlanta here. Just because it kind of feels quite warm, and at the same time we don't have front plates, and it is a big city. So I think that actually kind of works quite nicely, if not Florida. So I feel like it's Miami or Atlanta or something like that. I mean, like this kind of like souped up car kind of feels like a bit it kind of feels a bit Florida to me, but I really couldn't tell the difference. So I actually think we're going to use a directional marker here, guys, and have a bit of fun. Let's go in Jacksonville and see which direction. Okay, in which case, ooh, it's showing that direction, which is interesting. Maybe like Charleston or something. We could go Charlotte here. We could use another directional marker here. Yeah, and it is that direction. So maybe it is Charlotte, or maybe it is Atlanta. If it is, I mean, these are kind of pointing in a direction where if you make a line, they kind of dodge each other. So I don't really know. I still kind of almost want to go Atlanta, but I think I will just go Charlotte because that's what the arrow is pointing to. So let's see here. And it was indeed Charlotte, which is nice. I didn't realize Charlotte had like skyscrapers like that, but I guess it makes sense. It is the capital, I think. Yeah, looks like it is. So let's head through to the next one here, which is going to be Europe. After we pick our distance marker. Oh, we can go straight there. Oh, we can jump. That's what it's saying. Yeah, let's jump. We don't need that. It's so funny that we're jumping the bonuses, but hey, that's what we're gonna do when you're a pro player, right? Okay, next one here. We got white number plates here with no blue strip. I would say this is Croatia, and I would say it's probably the capital, but it could actually be elsewhere too. Just like quite a few like tall buildings here. So I think I would just go Zagreb. Could also be something a bit further east. And it is just going to be Zagreb there. What a plonk there. 700 meters away. Very nice indeed. And we get our obligatory energy here, so we can't lose on this last round, which is fun. What's inside the backpack here, by the way? Ooh, we still have those left over. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know if they're left over or it's just like an extra bonus here. But we're penned to this library, which looks like it should be somewhere in North America, but I'm really not sure where. But it says United States of America here. I was actually considering Toronto here initially, but yeah, okay, USA then. Interesting fire hydrant here. I'm sure like a USA expert might know that, but I do not. And number plates are also invisible, so I would say it is further east here, in my opinion, architecturally speaking. I could say, like, I don't know, is Pittsburgh so flat? Because it kind of feels like it could be something like that. Maybe Pennsylvanian, I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else to say here. I'll just give it a go and see if we could be correct. And, okay, not a bad guess. It ends up being in Charleston? Yeah. Yeah, Charleston in West Virginia there. So, fairly big city, but nothing too crazy. And we're one state over, so that's really not too bad, I think. And so there we go. We finish it off here with 7,250. Nice round number. And we've done 5 runs here. So I guess we'll do one more for the video here. This one's a bit longer. And see if it actually runs, see if we actually run into some trouble. So, we got clues or flags here. I think clues is more fun. You can also pick up a directional marker, which I do enjoy. So let's see what happens on this one. And so, what are we going to have first here? A bit of unofficial coverage on the clues map. Oh, this is famous, guys. What is it, though? Well, we have, like, a mosque in the background. So, I think, like, Istanbul is quite possible here. But, oh, guys, I'm going to be embarrassed if I get this wrong. Like, this is surely a very famous bridge, indeed. Yeah, maybe Istanbul. I feel like, you know, Istanbul does look similar to this. I also thought maybe, like, I had heard something like maybe similar in Adana or Antalya or Alanya or something like that. Nah, I just want to say the name. I feel like it could be there. Do you have, like, such a river, though? Probably not. Looks like you don't, unless you are, like, out here. So, I feel like, you know, Istanbul is very hilly. It has like a lot of like ancient like spots like this, so I feel like it is there, but we already had an Istanbul, which is interesting. Now, there is always the possibility that this was somewhere in like Bosnia or something like that, because we were on official coverage, but I just don't know. So I'll try Istanbul, and it was actually Bosnia. Wow. So there we go. It was in Mostar there, and yeah, makes perfect sense, I guess. So that was a bit of Bosnia on an official map, kind of fun. But there you go. Directional marker is what we're taking here. We actually do lose 2,000 health there. We want to get those direct distance markers next, I guess. So I guess we'll pick capitals here over cities. I mean, it's a bit of a cop-out maybe, but this is, I mean, it should be New Zealand, actually. I just don't remember seeing a New Zealand number plate like that, though. But, you know, I just get the feeling that's not right for Australia. I just couldn't really pick it. And when you're an Australian and you get the feeling that something's not quite right, then it's often the fact that you are in New Zealand. Nevertheless, I do think Sydney is at least possible. I will cover my ass by saying that, because we do have a yellow plate here, and I don't really remember seeing that in New Zealand. But this plate feels quite New Zealand. They just have like the most plain Jane plates, and yeah, that's kind of what it feels like here to me. So, capitals then. Oh, but we'd have to be in, well, it's not Canberra, so it has to be Wellington. I didn't really think Wellington looked that much like this, but maybe if we're in like the center of town, then it can look like that. But I just don't think it's Canberra, so we have to go for that. Oh, it is Canberra, really? Okay, we're actually on the ropes here, guys. 3,000 health. That's Canberra. Oh, and the yellow plate's so strange, though. Really? Okay, well, that's a bit of fun. To be fair, I'm not that familiar with Canberra here. And we'll go for the distance marker here, I think. No, energy is more fun. And because those could be quite helpful later, and we don't want to give ourselves too much help. European capitals. No. Clues. I actually don't know what's more fun here. Maybe even cities. Oh, but then we have to pick the health. So I think I'll go clues this time. And so, what are we going to have here? Ooh. What does that say? I love roller derby. Okay, that's not that much of a clue. But that should be like Washington, D.C., right? I mean, that is the White House or something, I thought. Or it's at least some Parliament House. I'll cover my ass again by saying it's at least some Parliament House of the United States. But we're definitely on there. We're definitely in the US here, so we definitely don't die. And I think it's just like on a clues map. Surely this is just the White House. In which case we would be like. Well, that's kind of southwest of us, so we would be like here, surely. Okay, yeah, it was just something else. That's Topeka. We're on 700 health, guys. We are in trouble here. We are in trouble. This map is very scary. So I guess we pick our health here and we continue on. Libraries is more challenging here. We'll use our power-ups though. And this is, okay, well actually saved by our Malaysian stickers here. This should, LK5 with that, should be somewhere in Kuala Lumpur here, I think. It looks a little bit like a Melaka sticker, but not quite. So yeah, I think we go for Kuala Lumpur here. Now, I guess what we can do is oh, we only have one direction marker. Interesting. I forgot that we only had that. So if we get the city wrong here, we could be in trouble, but I think this is just KL based on the sticker, and it was indeed. So that's at least something nice for us. Distance markers are now in our bag as well. Asia. I think Asia's the bigger challenge here. So let's go for it. Ooh. We got Thai language here, which is definitely a saving grace. It's also official coverage, I noticed. So yeah, I feel like it's either Chiang Mai or Bangkok here, and I don't really see any good reason not to do Bangkok, although it is a bit like, it is a bit rough if it's not, but let's just try it out here, and it was indeed Bangkok. Pretty much couldn't have done anything else. So second wind, I feel like do we take second wind? I think circle markers low-key more fun. I actually enjoy using that one, so let's go for it. And fire station or big city? Yeah, let's go fire station. Could be more interesting. And this is generic. Ooh, we could actually die here, guys. We could actually die here. Let's try and cut down our options. So I feel like California is actually quite possible here. The yellow painted like side of the road, red painted like curb here is really throwing me a little bit, I must say. But yeah, it should just be the US, right? So let's get in here. We'll use our circle marker here. So I want to say we can like cut out like this much and like get a good idea based on that. So I feel like, yeah, if it's inside here, we're good, right? And it is inside there, good. So right kind of vibes there. And I still kind of want to go Cali. Just something about the round just feels a bit Cali to me. We actually only have 10 seconds left, I just realized. Okay, so let's get our marker down here. Obviously, if we click in the middle, we're fine. I still want to go Cali though. I want to go, oh, that's too green there. I don't know, I feel like it is, oh, it's covering up the timer actually, but we'll just go there. And it was actually Idaho there, so good thing that we clicked in the middle. We're down to low health here, so yeah, it was just a bit too dry, I guess. We don't want to jump here. Directional marker's more fun. And Oceania, surely that saves us here. And we're going to be in Sydney. Okay, so if you... this is actually the perfect Sydney round for explaining. So, behind my webcam, but also over here on the right-hand side of the screen, we have this red no stopping sign, which is only found in New South Wales. Then we have this stop sign with the traffic light in it, the 3 circles. That's only in Sydney, I think, or at least only in New South Wales. And then we also have this New South Wales exclusive orange band on the traffic light here. So that's all just Sydney. And we really did not need 3 minutes for this, but at least I could explain what I thought. This is going to be downtown. Like, it's going to be somewhere, it's like right in close. Or alternatively, it could be like one of these suburbs, like all around the harbour here, but I really don't see it being much other than that. And yeah, it was just there. Very nice indeed. So we should make it here, just with low health. We got second wind. We have to take the second wind. And now, ooh, they're starting to introduce no moving. Now you got me interested, Geoguessr. Okay. Famous places, obviously, no, but we're going to do lakes anyway, because we're playing MPZ, so it really doesn't concern us. And this, ooh... Obviously, we're not looking at a lake. Well, we could actually die here. Although we picked up... Did we pick up second wind? I think we did. So I guess we guaranteed to survive. But let's see if we would have. So first thought he was like North Mariana Islands or something. Or something like that. Could even be American Samoa. I just don't know where you'd see. Or like Guam or something, you know. I just don't know where you'd see like a lake in these two islands, right? I mean, like... Okay, there is a lake there. Lake Suspe. I don't know if we'd be there, though. Guam, does it have any good lakes? You know, it has some kind of a lake here. It doesn't look like a tourist spot, though. And this place should be a tourist spot. So, other concerns here. What about it? Could be Australia. I actually don't think Australia is impossible. Like, this like, pink flower plant, we have that quite often. I forget what it's called. We have it quite often in Australia. So, I actually would not say that's impossible. But guessing Australia, I mean, any guess here is super risky, right? So, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe Australia's good, but we only have 1.5k health here, so I feel like I'm gonna put down my marker for my guess, and then we're gonna have a look around. I actually think that, like, low-key, like, Singapore is quite possible here. I don't know why I think that, like, maybe this vegetation's a bit wrong, but something about the fact that it's a trekker and it's, like, you know, made by the Geoguessr devs makes me want to go there, so, it's so terrible if we're wrong, but I'm gonna have a look around here and see if I think I'm good. Okay, it doesn't really look like Singapore. It could be Australia still, but I don't really like that either. What about this architecture? Ooh, I mean, maybe it is one of the islands I mentioned. That's still possible here. I'm actually kind of... This would be a hard round moving around, I feel like. So 15 seconds left. Let's see what we got here. I mean, yeah, it's English. Ooh, it actually has Asian characters, does it? Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, we could be right. That would be insane if we were. I think we're wrong. But let's find out here, shall we? Where is this? Oh my goodness, it was Bermuda. Bermuda always has me so confused, man. So we went actually 1 point there on the last round, and yeah, I guess we with one health surviving, continue our streak here. So there you go. I guess that's kind of how it's meant to run. They're like, oh, we'll give him a really hard one there, and then we move forward to the next one here. So there you go, guys. This is plenty more, a bit more interesting on the next one here, guys. So let me know if you want to see this again. If you think it's too easy, that's fine, but maybe it does get quite a bit harder as we go along. So do let me know if you want to see another episode. I will actually rely on you guys' feedback for this one. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. Guys, I'll see you guys in a video very soon, and so till next time, goodbye.